going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. Hope you guys have had a great weekend so far. All right, I've got a short one for you. Just a quick 5 or 6 minute hearing, the traffic hearing. And it's kind of funny. At least I'm laughing at it. This defendant tries to fight a traffic ticket. He loses pretty bad. All right, before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
3, and you were cited for operating a car while using a mobile device. You can admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
I deny responsibility. I'd like to know how I was given this fine and what.
This isn't the time for you to ask a question, sir. It's the time for you to answer the question. The question was, are you admitting or denying responsibility?
I'm not sure how that's the answer. I can admit or deny. I was given this.
Well, you can do either, but which one would be the truth?
I was not operating my vehicle and on the phone at the same time.
Please raise your right hands to be sworn.
All right, there we go. He wasn't operating the vehicle. He was charged with cell phone use in the car and he says he wasn't operating the vehicle. This is when it gets fun.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I affirm.
I do.
Okay. The officer will testify first, please.
Sure.
Okay. At approximately 10:33 p.m. on January 7th of this year, I was traveling westbound on 11 Mile. While driving on 11 Mile, I encountered a black Chrysler Pacifica making a left-hand turn. While that was making the turn, I observed the driver holding out their cell phone, taking a picture of the building across the street. I pulled in front of the vehicle and slowed down so they could pass me and I could affect a traffic stop. As I slowed down, they pulled up next to me and apologized for using their cell phone. I told them to pull over on the side street, which was Griffith. They did so. I activated my emergency lights, made the stop, and the driver explained to me that he was taking a picture of the building because he was going to be delivering there starting very soon, and he wanted to know where the door was. So I issued the operating while using a mobile electronic device citation, and that was that.
That was it. Thank you.
Mhm.
Mr. Kleinberg?
All right, since we've heard from the officer, pretty straightforward. He was driving. He was in the middle of the road. He stopped to take a picture of a building. I mean, it really does sound like he used his phone while driving, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is there any type of let's look up? The officer has footage of me using my phone, or is it word of mouth?
I asked you to tell me what happened, please.
Yeah. I turned left out of the parking lot, and I didn't know it was a police officer passed me by. I stopped that time of the evening. There were no cars anywhere other than one car that just passed me by. I stopped in the middle of 11 Mile in front of that building. Did not drive, was not moving. I happened to have taken a picture of the building, and the officer had stopped right in front of me, which I didn't know it was an officer yet. A car just stopped in front of me and I wasn't able to pass back around it. It was right in front of me. So I pulled around the car and rolled my window down, and I saw it was a police officer. I asked, "Is everything okay?" And she asked me, "Is everything okay with you?" And I said, "No, everything's fine. We're just going to be using this building, and I just want to know where it was." So I took a picture of the building. I was not driving. I actually was stopped in the middle of 11 Mile with no traffic at either side after that car passed me by. And she just asked me to pull over. And I just went over about five feet to the corner on the Berkeley side, and she put the lights on and just came over to me asking for my identification information. I was wondering what this is all about. And a few months later, she came by and said, there's a law, you're not allowed to be using your phone. They just started in June. And I looked at her and said, if you want to tell me there's a warning, I appreciate it. I didn't know there was a law of some sort, but I wasn't driving at all. I stopped actually in the middle of the street, which is not actually safe either. I'm not putting myself in, and I'm not innocent on that end, but I was not driving my car at all.
Your car was not in the middle of 11 Mile Road without being driven. The term in the statute is operating, whether if you're in the car on the street, you're operating it, and it's illegal to use a handheld device. You could be stopped at a red light. You can't do it. You could be stopped.
And that's the argument right there. And I've heard a lot of people argue this where, you're stopped at a red light, you're not moving, you're there for a minute or two. Why can't I just take out my phone and send a text? It doesn't matter. Your car's still running. You're still in violation. Whether or not you agree or not, it's still a violation. All right, I'm going to let this play out. You guys are all awesome. I will see you guys either later this afternoon or tonight for my live at the normal time. Until next time, bye.
Stopped at a stop sign. You can't do it. If you're on the street, you cannot operate the device.
So I told this to the officer what I had done.
She saw what you did.
Excuse me?
She saw what you did. She watched you do
And
it.
there was evidence that I was on my phone.
If the testimony of the officer is the evidence, sir.
It's a testimony. It's a verbal testimony.
You haven't testified to the contrary.
I testified and I told you what I did.
You told me what you did. Hang on, Mr. Kleinberg. If the officer hadn't testified, if everything I heard came from you, I would have to find you responsible. What you did was a violation of law. The fine is $220. It can be paid at the counter. It can be paid by mail. It can be paid online. But it is a violation. You are responsible for that violation, and the fine is $220.
I asked the officer if there could be any leniency on this fine. I had no idea what this was.
That doesn't change a thing, sir.
No, I asked
You're driving the car.
I'm asking you as the magistrate. I have no
We're
idea
through
about
with
this
the hearing,
law.
sir.
Sorry?
I said we're done.